Hello friends, it's Laura from Cool Mom and Collected, and in today's video I'm sharing all of the products that made living in an RV full-time, family of 6, for 3 years easier for us. There's a lot of things, but I'm going to share them all. The first thing is our Air Max fan. We weren't getting enough airflow that we needed in terms of close to our bedroom. It is an exhaust fan, and it basically circulates air in or circulates air out extremely well. For instance, if someone's pooping in the bathroom, you want to bring that air out. You don't want to bring that air in. If it's nice and cool outside but muggy in here, we can also bring cool air in that way and keep it circulating. It has an electric lid, whereas this one in the kitchen, I have to actually twist it to open it and then push a button to get it to start. This bad boy has a remote where you can just push the button and it will open on its own. You can push the button and it will close on its own. So that's a pretty cool feature. I'm going to be linking everything that I'm sharing today in the description box below. So make sure that you check that out. And I'm also going to be putting in my blog post. So if you want an easy on-hand blog post with all of these items, feel free to check that out too. I wish I could replace all the vents with it, but I'm especially glad that we have it near our bedroom because we get really awesome airflow. The next thing we love is our Lasco space heater. Now, I just checked my Amazon shopping cart and we straight up went through 5 different space heaters before we found this one. We ordered them all, tried them all out, did not like them. Obviously with space heaters, you do not want to mess around. It was not hot to the touch. Like for instance, my kids could get out of the shower if they wanted. If they were a little cold, they could like run up to the space heater and they can warm up. I wouldn't be scared of my child touching it and getting burnt like some of these metal crazy hot space heaters. So I really like that. I just felt it was like the mom's choice for me. I felt safe with it. Just remember with any space heater, no matter how amazing it is, when you have little kids, you really have to set down ground rules. So just a disclaimer, make sure they know never to put anything in front or on the space heater. I just looked up which dehumidifier we use. The Kesnos dehumidifier for home and basement. This thing is amazing. It's big as a lot of dehumidifiers that work are. I know there's some people that they'll get a lot of little tiny ones. We tried putting little tiny ones around the house and we just found that it wasn't working for us. So we got one big dehumidifier, placed it in the kind of the middle of the RV, and we found that all of the humidity that you will get during winter months, you're going to see a lot of wetness on the walls, on the windows, on the inside. And that's not a good feeling because you know that with water comes mold. And thank God we never had that in this RV. I credit that to our dehumidifier. So we really love this dehumidifier. We're bringing it with us to our next place. You do have to empty it, but really when you see all the water that comes out of that dehumidifier, it would usually fill up in one day or in 2. RVLOCK. I did partner with RVLOCK and I was able to get both of mine gifted, which is a really big honor. I was very thankful for that. But I'm telling you guys RVLOCK, not because I get any money from it. I'm just telling you that's what we used and we loved it. We had a great experience. And what's really cool about RVLOCK is it's a digital entryway into your RV. So instead of bringing a key, you can straight up walk up to your door, put in your keypad and hit unlock and the door will unlock. Doo-doo-doo. If you have an RV lock, you know the sound. Doo-doo-doo-doo. You can literally open the door without a key. And there's also a key if you need one, but honestly, I haven't used a key in 3 years. It's amazing. I can leave with, 4 kids in hand and just type in and I'm done rather than fumbling through keys. It's great. It's a great investment. I did notice one of our RV locks had a little bit of peeling. I'm going to call customer service and see what they say. They're amazing over there, RVLOCK customer service. I had a really great experience with them. So I'll let you know what happened about that keypad kind of fading after 3 years. 3 years. Otherwise, we really loved them. Filter for your shower. When you're RV living, you're going to find yourself in all sorts of different places and locations with different water sources. Hooking up to an RV park, you don't really know what kind of water you're going to be getting. And what I loved about the water filter, even though we have a filtration system that I'm going to talk about, with our water filter for our shower, I went from my hair being so jam-packed with minerals from the hard water. We had it tested. I would literally wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner, like the best stuff, sulfate-free, all that stuff. And I could not get it out and it was greasy and nasty. And literally I would go like this after a shower and my hair would just break off. The water was so hard. Once I got this water filter that we currently have, it literally was a night and day difference. And my hair, as you can see, there ain't no dandruff. That was another thing I was getting. I had like volume again. I had the ability to like see individual hair move, and it was wonderful. So I credit that to this water filter. I will forever be indebted to. Next is our CLEARSOURCE water filtration system. Most RVers that I know use and love this filtration system. Again, the company is awesome. There were 2 times in the 3 years during winter that our CLEARSOURCE water filtration system froze. That was not their fault, that was mine. I will address how to combat, another product we use to combat water freezing, because that's not their fault. That's gonna happen with any filtration system that you leave outside during the winter. So we'll talk about that. We never had any issues with our water. It gave my husband and I so much peace of mind. Dry bags. Like for instance, we have this hanging bag in our RV closets. So with our clothes, just to keep our clothes from being damp, there was a time where my husband, poor guy, his side was always wet. The walls were wet inside his cabinet where he keeps his clothes. It's helped, we keep it, I'm gonna link that down below. Whether it's a bag or whether it's something like this, DAMPRID. We used to keep this in our pantry, you know, just to take moisture away from foods, or I have this one currently in my overhead closet. So anything like that, I'm going to also link below. These are things that were an additional resource to the dehumidifier and really kept mold and humidity away from our items, and that protects our items too. I told you that our water filtration system froze. Again, not their fault. The way that we solved that was by getting heated hoses and heated tape. We should have had those things prepared, friends. So if you are RV living and you're approaching a winter season, make sure that you get the heated hoses, the heated tape. That will aid you in making sure that water in the hoses does not freeze. What my husband did, and it worked every winter after that, is he basically wrapped our filtration system that was sitting outside in the heated tape, and that kept it completely working, completely safe, paired with the heated hose. It was a match made in heaven, and so we never had that issue again. Something else, just a little tip that we do in our RV, is whenever it is cold outside, like below freezing, we always open the cabinets underneath our sinks where water is flowing. You want to open the cabinets, and it helps get the hot air that you're blasting inside the RV into those places as well, so that they don't freeze, because we've lost water twice and it's no fun. I loved having fairy lights in the RV. Now this we did a little too late. We probably did this a year ago, and I was like, it makes it so special and enchanting and just beautiful. Just something about having fairy lights and putting them on at night, just because it doesn't have to be a holiday or whatever. Just having those fairy lights just sets this special tone that I really loved and enjoyed. Next is the ottoman that I'm actually sitting on. The reason I'm listing this as something we loved for RV living is because when you're getting seating, if you can make things multifunctional and beautiful, beautiful. So with this ottoman, I've not only have a place to sit, but I can open it up and I can put things into it. That's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and then it's pretty. The next thing is our IKEA shades. You guys can see it right here. Ooh. We love these IKEA shades. There's a lot of RVers that use these too, which is the reason that we went with them. We knew that they were durable. I mean, we used these for 3 years, and the only thing I can warn you of is, you know, if you have kids that are reckless, this, if you wanted to just tear this, you probably could, but I have 4 children. That's never happened. Get the blinds. They're wonderful. You have no idea how much peace of mind these blinds have bought me, because if you watched my Things I Will Not Miss video prior to this one about RV living, I felt very exposed in my stationary time of RV living. So when I go for jogs outside and I see my husband has the light on, I never see silhouettes. So I've had a great time with these blinds, and I'm pretty sure they've given us the privacy that we've always desired. Now next is my jewelry holder. So let me show you this. So as you can see, on both sides, you have a way to store your jewelry. This is really awesome, and it's cool because you can zip it closed, open it for what you need. Lots of different pockets, and I mean, I'm not a big jewelry girl, believe it or not. A lot of these things are like hand-me-downs from people that are very special to me. I like having a place where I can keep them safe and organized. The next thing is our IKEA couch. I'm just gonna link it because obviously everybody's preferences are different, but I still want people to know what couch we used that we found comfortable. It's a 2-seater, it's not huge. Again, it's a small space, but I just feel like it was very stylish, and I think it's good to let you guys know. It also came with a washable cover, which was really, really cool. BEDDYS, okay, we bought the two beddys that we have in my children's room. And I want to tell you the story. If you don't know, a beddy's is bedding that is zippered. So it has a bottom half that goes on the bed, kind of like a bottom sheet. And then it has a built-in zipper so that the top part can zip on. And when kids are making their bed, they can just zip it up. Now, why it's so beautiful for RV living, and it really is, I would like people to know, is very beneficial to RV living, is because it is functional, it is beautiful, and it is durable. I have washed my children's bedding countless times over the 3 years, and it has literally looked the way that it has when I first bought it. And my husband and I are actually very surprised by that because it is an investment. If you cannot afford beddys, do not feel ashamed. You don't need it. You don't need it. But if you have the money and you want to have a more clean kind of bedroom, just have things a little more sleek and clean, I want to say that I'm also going to link down below washable pee mats. So instead of having to wash the entire beddys if my kids have an accident, I also have these washable pee pads that I put inside the beddys so that if they leak on the pee pad and other things are spared, I only have to wash the pee pad. So I'll link those down below. Is a new kitchen faucet. So our first kitchen faucet, it couldn't like come out. I'll show you guys. This is like comes out and you can like, there's different settings. Oh, don't be afraid if you're getting into an RV to do upgrades for little things that make it feel big. So by me being able to, you know, have a detractable faucet and to be able to have different settings, it made it feel fancy. And that got me through already a lot of other challenges I had in the kitchen. Speaking of faucets, we did that for our shower head. This is a high pressure handheld shower head. It comes out. The other one didn't come out, so it's great that we can move it around. It just made it feel fancier. It wasn't just like shower head. It was like all these different things. Command strips and Velcro tape. I have command strips and Velcro tape all over my house. When you are new to RV living, maybe you're gonna sell the RV in a few years, putting holes in it is very dooming. Like, it's very nerve-wracking to put holes in your RV. I personally didn't want to do it. You should if you're brave enough. But Velcro tape is incredible. Command hooks. Utilize your walls, and I'll link all the command hooks we've used. We have a bunch that we've tried and loved. I could hang frames, I could hang whatever I want, and I didn't have to put holes in the wall, and I could do it by myself. I didn't have to ask my husband, which I'm sure there's a lot of women that know how to put a hole in the wall, but I don't trust myself, so I'm just happy I can do it myself. Is waterproof storage containers. We personally stayed stationary for a while out of our 3 years of RV living, and we did not have a storage unit outside of what we had in RV. Everything we owned was here. My husband bought waterproof storage containers for under the RV, and we were able to store a lot of our seasonal clothing in there. We were able to store lots of stuff that we didn't care about if it got stolen. Thankfully, like where we live, there's not a chance. Our people look out for each other. You know what I mean? We RVers look out for each other, and this place is great. But nothing got damaged in these bad boys. So if you have things and you want to put them under your RV, maybe put your skirt around it so no one can see, a little sneaky sneaky. Happy Camper. It's a holding tank treatment. You can't live without this stuff. Again, this is my husband's department. He kind of maintained the black tank where the poopy goes. I love the play on words. Happy Camper. It's an odor-free treatment that you put in your tank, and when that tank is getting stank, you can unstank it with this tank treatment. So I'm gonna link that down below. It has 14,000 plus like 5-star reviews on Amazon, so you can just tell that it works. The next is our Squatty Potty. Guys, I just had to throw this in, and I've got asked about this a lot. We love our Squatty Potty. It's bamboo, so it's not like the plastic kind that looks a little nasty sometimes, which we've had, so no judgment. Well, guys, in a tiny RV bathroom, treat yourself. Treat yourself with a Squatty Potty and help it flow. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Next are bunk bed gates. I can't say it enough. When you are getting into an RV, moving into an RV with children, have a plan for your bunk beds, because you know those kids gonna fall out. So what you need to do, instead of being like us, where like for the first month, our 2 children slept in pack and plays that we had to set up and take down every night. It was terrible. Well, my husband built these incredible bunk bed gates. Incredible, and I stained them. He did such an incredible job. I'm not gonna lie, it was one other level of attraction. I will admit, my husband's fine, but this was another level of attraction. If you go to my Instagram, Cool Mom and Collected, and you look at my Instagram highlight, bunk bed gates, you can kind of get a closer picture of at least how they were put together. Like maybe you could take a screenshot. I really wish back then I thought to do a video, but at least you can see where we put things, and maybe you can just bring it to like Home Depot and be like, can you just show us where these parts are and we'll make it. But I do know one person messaged me and was like, thank you so much. We were able to replicate the gates, and it was so cool. Tag me if you ever do that, because these help someone else, and I hope that it can help you. A collapsible drain board. Okay. Disclaimer, right here I have a drain board from IKEA. It's because the collapsible drain board that we had for 3 years got a little moldy, but I feel like it served us well. Either way, I would have bought it again, but we were at IKEA and this does not collapse, but it fits perfectly, so I'm gonna keep that there. 1 second, I think, oh, UPS, got it. IKEA dry fruit bags. They really help to get things off of the counter because, as you can see, Mama ain't got no counter space. What is going on here? But that just worked. We put, what do you know, command hooks into the side of that cabinet, and then voila, lots of things can go up there. The next thing is our toothbrush wall mount. Why? Why not? Not everyone wants to leave their toothbrushes just exposed to the world. Some people want to put them away, and so these are pretty cool, and I'll show you some B-roll on that. The next thing is our Turkish towels. Now, these things are so great. They're long, they're durable, they're easy to fold. When you live in an RV, you want to be able to fold things into tiny things. So if these big towels that like fold to this big, you're not going to fit them where you need to get them. These things fold so small, and I've heard from other RVers like myself that Turkish towels are just the way to go. Turkish towels are just the way to go. Say that 3 times fast. Turkish towels, Turkish towels, Turkish towels. Didn't expect to do that. They're really pretty. You can get like an Aztec theme or whatever. Actually, this is what my new rug is gonna look like. For the kids, you might be wondering, what kind of mattresses did you get for them? Because as you all know, bunk beds are different. They don't make sense in RVs. Bunks are just weird in RV living. Can I get an amen? By the way, make sure you guys like this video, please. So what we ended up doing, my husband's a genius, is getting a foam mattress, and we cut it to size. We basically like brought it into the RV. It was flipping huge, and we cut it to size to fit into each of the children's beds. And then we put a mattress protector over that foam mattress topper because our kids are so young. Keep in mind, if you have teenagers, you're gonna have to get probably more of a mattress that stabilizes their weight. But because we had kids that were so young, like under 4 years old or under 5 years old, the foam mattress toppers was enough to stabilize their weight. And it worked really well. It even worked with our BEDDYS. We ordered twin BEDDYS for both of our kids. Under our mattress, we have invested in something that is really wonderful, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Under our mattress, we have a board that our mattress sits on, obviously, but what you're gonna see here is what is keeping air circulating between the board and the bed. We have not had any mold issues in our bedroom at all, and I would be so scared to go a day without this thing. Sorry, it's not really focusing. There we go. There's a lot of like funk that occurs underneath the bed, and this basically gives proper ventilation so things can breathe, and it also prevents mold. And I'm happy to say that in the 3 years of using this, we've never gotten mold, so it's something that I personally wouldn't go without. Next is our spice rack. Our spice rack is so fun. I did a blog post on that you can see here, and I'll put that in the description box below. This was wonderful, especially for this RV model, but I have friends that have a different RV model than me, and they bought the same thing that I use for my spice rack. I'll just show it to you guys real quick. But it's right here, and it's gotten a little generic on us, but at first I initially had these really beautiful we have some infiltrators, but I had these really beautiful all uniform, and now that we're moving, I kind of have lost my spunk a little bit, but it comes all the way out, and it fits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so it fits 20, and I just really loved and enjoyed that. It's made life so much easier, so I would very much recommend that. The next thing is our pantry shelving. Let's get up again. Okay, here is our pantry. Now imagine this being completely empty. Then we were able to get these. I will link down below, and they are pretty amazing because you can pull them out. Of course, keep in mind, I'm not as neat as I used to be because we're moving. We also have way too much pasta, but hopefully this earns me some relatability points. These are wonderful. I mean, honestly, we would have no room for a pantry if it wasn't for that. So that has made life so much easier for us. I really mean it with these products. I'm happy I'm doing this video. I'm like, this has got to help somebody. The next thing is our fire alarm and our carbon monoxide alarm. My husband, the first thing he does whenever we move anywhere, RV or stick and bricks home, he installs fire alarms in every room and carbon monoxide monitors. That is so important, guys, especially in RV living. There's risks whether you live in stick and bricks or in an RV, but please, if you're living in an RV right now and you do not have a carbon monoxide or fire alarm, please install that. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments section. I actually won this from a giveaway. They're beautiful. They actually nail into the door. So you see how that works right there. A lot of people have actually asked me about these. And then we got these from IKEA and we just popped them in. It's added so much life to this tiny little space. All right, guys, that is it. I cannot believe we got through all that. If I missed anything, I will also link it down below. Really hope that all of these things can help anyone that's interested. You can share this with a friend if they're looking into RV living. I'm sweating. I need to turn the AC on, which means it's about to get really loud in here. We'll be seeing you soon. Bye.